at this point in my life, religion's not that big of a deal for me. I know that, for my entire family it is, and they are interesting dinner conversations there. But, I guess to say I was raised Catholic, and pretty much just throughout my life I have learned and I've listened, and, especially looking at today, we're at a war. From our standpoint, it's more political than anything, but of course from the Muslim point of view, it's very much religious. And what I don't seem to understand is that we all worship the same God, and the whole argument over who's the Messiah and who's the prophet is very obsolete to me, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. I don't completely understand it.
The importance of foundation is that it's not going to be all solid at once. Like part of foundation, it comes from your experiences, whether good or bad. You're going to keep building on your foundation. One thing that Islam teaches you is that, you're not complete until you actually die, and you may not be complete after you die. Nobody ever stops learning. So in a way, foundation is just understanding that you're not perfect, and that you just have to be prepared for whatever comes your way. So that's the importance of foundation, is just being prepared.
I guess, living in my life with just the people around me, I was raised Methodist, which is similar to Catholic, but it actually kind of keeps me at a whole person, so I know I have something I can rely on in case if I'm falling and I'm asking questions to myself and I can't get the answers. It's just a morality thing, to where not really I guess you think you could turn to someone that you could talk to personally, but just the way that I was raised, you could voice your opinion to somebody in that way, and that will keep you sane, in my opinion. Because some people can go crazy over little things that might happen in their life and might not know who to turn to or anyone to ask. They may not was raised like us, but those are some of the things. And the people around, like in my life, and the people around me, I try to shut off a positive image to them because of the way that I was raised and things that I believe in. But I don't go to church every Sunday, and I don't really practice hard or as a heavy Christian, but it's just the foundation that was instilled in me is what keeps the faith going, and it allows me to rely on something at times if I'm stressed out or falling in a bad position. But I agree with you saying, though, as far as the war and everything like that, because it's looked at in two different ways. But I guess that would really be the answer to the first question.
Just family and just the understanding of the righteousness that I'm trying to seek as being mu'min, and for my family and friends to also seek more knowledge themselves, because seeking knowledge is the key to what Allah wants us to get out of life and to understand.
In the religion that I was raised, you treat people how you would want to be treated. So sometimes I might fall in a situation where I might want to do something to somebody, or I might want to, cause violence on this person, or I don't like what this person did. Having a religious background in your family can steer you in the right direction at times, because a lot of people make the wrong decisions when they faced with things like that in the world. So on a daily basis, I guess religion can keep you if you have a firm belief, and you understand that human is the same person as you, it'll keep you from making wrong decisions at times and keep you on that steady path for success.
Like I said, religion's not that much of a big deal to me. I am somewhat religious, and like I said, I was raised Catholic, but I'm more of a neutral Christian more than anything, and I like to think of myself maybe as agnostic too. I look at all religions, and I like to I look at everybody as equal, And I don't, with as much as, heavy, the far religious right is concerned, I don't believe that God hates gays or anything like that. I don't believe. And it's kind of hard for me to explain. I treat everybody as equal, and I try and think that everybody is generally good. And even, to go back to the war, like, in my house, when my dad and my mom try and tell me that, all Muslims are evil and that they all want to blow each other up, and, I just don't believe that at all. And that's pretty much my stance on things. I just try and be a good person the best that I can, and treat everybody with respect, just like how I would like to be.
How does it affect me? It affects me to the point where now I kind of understand basically the right and the wrong. We all do wrong things, but a lot of times we kind of brush it off the shoulder because we don't seek the repercussions right now. And Islam, it lets you know it is repercussions, and you have to think about your afterlife. If you want to be sitting with Allah or be sitting in a pit of of the hellfire, and it makes me think about every time I do it wrong. Just think about just what I learned just this 1 year of being Muslim. I hope I answered the question good enough.
No, I think that was just a piggyback off of what Yahya said. Is that it just makes you think about everything. Like, you're constantly self-correcting yourself. You're constantly, criticizing yourself. Like, okay, why did I do that? Or why shouldn't I do that? Makes you a very thoughtful person. And it makes you, like, just myself, it makes me more sensitive. Whether good or bad, I'm very sensitive because of that. Just constantly thinking of how my actions are going to affect me and others.